Okay, so we're going to look at a snatch single, but what we want to do is do it from an underhook. All right, so I'm here, I'm tying up with him, and I've got his biceps, and I go to the head, and I'm going to control his head and pull it to me and to my right, and that's going to raise his shoulder. All right, and it gets his weight over there, and then once his shoulder comes up, I have an angle where I can insert my arm and get a nice underhook, which is palming the top of his shoulder. And I'm holding his head still, but you see, I don't want his head in position, I want it out of position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my forehead right in here. All right, right against his neck, forcing his jaw out. What this does also is it puts his weight that way where he's forced to put more weight on his left foot than he wants to. His right leg is really vulnerable for two main reasons. The arm is not protecting the side, and his weight is being forced on the other foot. That leg is light, and I can snatch it. But he protects it as best he can by keeping it away from me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw it out. So I'm going to take a step to my right and draw it toward me. And as I get him to step it, I'm pulling on his hip. I raise this up and I wave behind him. My shoulder slips in under his armpit. And now that leg, see my feet are on either side of his foot. I stepped around him and I can sink level, but his leg is still heavy. So to make it lighter, I'm going to push my shoulder into him and force his weight onto that other leg. Okay, so you'll notice that everything built into the next step. It facilitated it. The thing I like about singles is no heavy lifting, really. You're going to undermine his base and take him down one leg at a time, but you don't have to pick up someone who's heavy. And you don't even have to pick up half of him. You can push him, and then that leg comes up for you. Okay, so just think of it as 3 steps. Inside control to underhook. Underhook is the penetration and snatch. All right, so we're here again. I can start with biceps, depends on what he does with his arm. And if I work with college, I in any case keep my elbows narrow. If my elbows flare out, then I'm giving him underhooks. Yeah. So you'll find that people who don't know how to wrestle give you underhooks all day, which is great, because then you can attack them however you want. You know, whenever somebody gives you, they swing wide, or if they lock up with you, their arms are, you can underhook them anytime you want, and you can always, you can duck under, you can do all kinds of things when people do this with their elbows. Or when people are bigger than you, they tend to do that anyway. Because you're sort of in the middle and their arms sort of envelop, but you have elbows flared wide. Or someone's trying to grab you. Yeah, or headlock, classic example. Okay, so we're here, and I go to the head and bicep. This is a collar tie and bicep tie, which is inside control. And I'm going to pull his head, raise this up, step in as I underhook deep. Right here. Palm on top of the shoulder means my elbow can flare his elbow. If I'm not up there, it's more torque on my shoulder. So I am over here. Now he can't do that to me. Okay, my head is in there forcing his head out of position. He squares up with me. And so then from here, I'm going to draw the leg out. And as it's stepping, I actually reverse direction and raise this up. And I step the other direction around it. And I snatch it. And the rule here is the arm that goes around behind his leg is palm down. So I'm like this. If I do it this way, he's just got to lift up and push down with his leg, he can break my grip. But if he does it this way, it just lifts his own leg. It fortifies my grip. Okay. So now, I've got the leg. Now to finish this, I'm going to run the pipe. I put my forehead against his chest. My elbows are close to my ribs. If he knew how to, he does know how to wrestle, but if my opponent, my theoretical opponent, also knew how to wrestle, my head being here means he can force it out and he can whizzer. And now you see I'm out of position. But if I put my head in the way and I keep this here, he can't whizzer. Right. And now I can finish my takedown. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a baby step to the side or slightly at an angle, slightly forward. And I'm going to turn a full 180 or more. And I'm going to take a big back step with this leg. As I do that, my head, which was here, is going to slip up. And my chest and shoulder are going to push down on the thigh and hip. So watch what happens. Yeah. As I'm here, I take my step, and my head slips out to the outside, and I'm going to swing his body like a baseball bat. I'm hugging it tight, and I'm going to, my shoulder and chest are going to push down his thigh and force him to the ground. Okay? And then I can clear that leg, and I can pass the side control. Okay? So it's inside control, underhook, snatch single, run the pipe. All right. So once again, we're here. You get your underhook, you step in,
And he's trying his best to protect that. I draw it out, reverse direction, snatch the leg I want. All right? Put my head in the way, keep it close, take your step, turn, dump them. Notice I didn't fall. I got a good, stable base. I sink my hips, but I don't fall forward. I don't step too far. I try to keep it square. Still got the leg, and I can clear it and pass. Okay?
Okay, so let's give that a shot.